It has been a minute since Wizards Unite ended and been waiting for Hogwarts Legacy to come out. I'm also waiting for Harry Potter Magic Awakens, the mobile game. Definitely be playing that. But I am back. I am back playing Hogwarts Legacy. There was, oh my gosh, a fiasco just trying to get that onto my laptop because I did pre-purchase it, but when the 7th came, I started to try to download it and I couldn't get to it till nighttime anyway. And man, it just took forever. So the next day I had to resume. It took me like 10 hours. I feel like their servers were just struggling, mainly because I looked at my ping. I was looking at my upload speeds and they were fine. Anyway, I will be playing this game. I will be putting videos out about this game, a lot of playthroughs, a lot of things like that. If I feel like there's tips I want to throw out there, I'll probably make a tips video, that kind of thing. But I am back, and I'm Professor Vokas, and this is Hogwarts Legacy. It's very good to be back making videos for you guys. Hogwarts Legacy, I've started to play it already. I've actually already kind of have 2 episodes in the pipe. This one that you're about to watch, and I have another one after that, some more playthrough that I did. The first one, not as much playthrough. I was also using OBS because I might start streaming it, so I was kind of practice streaming it at the time I was making the video. But I was still struggling with just the audio and stuff. I'm used to using OBS on my desktop. I'm playing this game on my laptop because it actually has a better processor, believe it or not. And trying to get everything set up there was kind of a pain in the neck. The second episode, the sound quality is better. I've got the game sound on, which may be bad or good. I'm not sure if I'm going to get copyright strikes for my second video because it definitely contains music in the game itself. But I've seen other people posting. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If I get the copyright strike, I will adjust how I make the videos. But anyway, for this first video, a little bit of the start of my gameplay. You're going to just see just a tiny bit of kind of what I did. I actually, because again, OBS on my laptop, I haven't used a bunch. I had it saving to one of my smaller drives and it actually ran out of space. So I ended up losing a whole bunch of footage, mainly the footage when I go into Hogsmeade. And I'm going to talk about kind of what we missed at the end of the video, mainly so when you get to the second video, you'll kind of understand where I am at that point in the video. But for this first video, I did get the game. I have it on PC. I think I mentioned this in the video. I have it on PC. I have a Nintendo Switch, which is coming out for Nintendo Switch, but it's not right now. It's actually going to be delayed. As well as trying to capture game footage from a Switch is just more steps than capturing from a PC. I'm a Warcraft player, so I was already used to streaming some Warcraft and being able to record that. So being able to do that from PC, getting this game a lot easier because I do not own a PS5 or a PS4. If I owned a PS4, the game doesn't come out till April anyway, so I wouldn't be able to play it, and I don't own a PS5. So playing it on the PC, currently using the keyboard. I talk about this a bit in the video. Definitely considering controller. I might be quitting too soon on learning because I feel like I should be able to use the keyboard. We'll see. I think the controller would be easier though overall. So without further ado, I would like to show you a little bit of my early gameplay. I kind of skip around a bit and then I'll see you guys at the end of the video and talk about kind of what we missed out and some of the other things I did to bring us into the second playthrough. This one definitely a little more choppy, and apologies for the sound quality. Hadn't quite figured out the microphone situation in a good way, but you can still hear what I'm saying. That's not a problem. It's just not the higher quality that I would prefer. Anyway, without further ado, here's what I did on the very first time playing this game.
All right, I think I have everything set up. I think it's recording properly. Let's get into this. All right, as you can see, I just started the game. Getting my controls down. I will say I like my character's look. It's not quite me as a child, but it was the closest I could get without really just getting into it. There are massive amounts of customization, though. I mean, you could sit on that screen forever. So anyway, I am on PC. I don't think I've mentioned that because I don't own a PS5 or a PS4. I have a Nintendo Switch, and it's coming out later for that. But even capturing from that's a pain. And I'm used to playing PC games, so I figured why not go PC. I'm used to the movement on the keyboard, uh, having to cast spells using other stuff. Having played enough Warcraft in my day, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Pretty sure it just wants me to walk around. Now I can remap everything, which I actually might do because I'm used to actually. Well, it kind of depends. I don't mind. I like strafing, which would be normally using my Q and my E buttons, but I'm guessing it just wanted me to walk around a little bit, and I'm supposed to walk and catch up with him, and then he's gonna move the story further along. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Tell you what, this looks really good. Wow, that's cool. I'm on my first quest, following him, and I did learn to jump now, or climb. A really good-looking game, for sure. I assume I just jump off if I do this. Yep. So we're finally at where they want me to cast my first spell. It's interesting. Of course, they're going through this quest, and a lot of it's just to obviously teach me the controls of the game and stuff like that, which is great. Most games have this. Now, the question is, on my screen, it has tap, then it also has hit the V. I'm going to hit the V. Oh, and V is just telling me what the thing is. So I still have to tap my left mouse button. I had to tap it a couple times, but I can see. That you will. Yeah, as you can see from my screen, it's telling me, just talking to me how to target stuff as your camera, as I scroll the camera around whoever's directly in front of me, which kind of is cool because if I'm on someone on the right of me and I want to whip over to someone on the left, I can just whip the camera over and it'll automatically target them instead of having to maybe hit a button. Anyway, let's keep going. I like how he's like running ahead of us. Definitely seamlessly transitions between cutscenes and then into regular control because I'm in a cutscene right now. I have no control. I am curious if I can fall off this. I'm not going to. Having not looked at any of the videos explaining any of this, I really am not sure how I'm supposed to do this. It looks like I'm supposed to precede it, so let's see how it goes. Apparently, that's how you do it. I have officially learned Lumos. And now, actually, I have my little 4 slots there, which are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 on my keyboard. So I think you can stack them with spells essentially. You've acquired the one lightning charm Lumos. How did they not teach me that? Like he said, he taught me the basics. I feel like that would be one of them for sure. But whatever. Now I got to cast it to probably solve this puzzle. It's very interesting because it definitely throws you right into the fire on this one. You do a little fight with your guy. I don't want to too many spoilers, but it's the intro. Everyone would go through this. But it just definitely had me do my own battle, and in the own battle, I had to fight 3 guys and just have to get used to the controls, which you've done nothing yet. So it's definitely a crash course for sure. But then it gives you little pointers like it does on the screen now. So anyway, just go grabbing potions out of the air. Not not what I would have done. Not to spoil how it all happens, but as you can see from the screen right here, you do get to choose. I answered some questions, that the hat pushes out there, and so it's offering me Ravenclaw, and you can see I can actually accept that, or I can go to a different house. So if you don't answer the questions the right way, although it is pretty obvious, but you can pick your house. So, and I wanted Ravenclaw anyway because that's what I am on. Formerly Pottermore, but the Wizarding World side. So I am going to accept house. Interesting. I think the game just locked up the first time, which I had heard is an issue on PC. It's saving right now. I don't know if it's just lagging or if I'm going to have to actually exit the game. Guess we'll see in just a sec.
As you can see, I'm just was just struggling through there. The early stages, just trying to get the controls down, trying to figure out what's going on, what button does what, how do I advance the story, how do I move around, that kind of thing. And then you saw it just got frozen, which I have seen that PC's versions of the game have had that issue where it freezes on them and you essentially just have to close the game and restart the game, which I did. And it was when I restarted the game, that's when the new footage, I started to not get it. I lost that video file because I actually ran out of space. I'm saving to the proper large part of my hard drive now that has, you know, hundreds of gigs available. The other one was a much smaller drive. But anyway, in the second part of it, I did kind of continue through my questing. The main thing I did is it had me, because I'm still in the preliminary stuff, to be honest, it really does kind of just put you through a lot of the paces and just guide you through everything. It is an open world game, but at the very beginning, it really does kind of direct you in a certain direction just to try to teach you things and get you the things you need. So the biggest thing we probably missed was I actually went to Hogsmeade and I got my wand, which that stinks that I missed that footage for you guys to see kind of the wand ceremony. It wasn't that exciting though, and you know exactly how it goes. You know, they pick a wand, they do this, pick a wand. In the end, I was able to you're kind of able to pick your own wand anyway. You know, the wand chooses the wizard, except in this case, it is a game, so they do allow you to actually pick your wand. So anyway, I did end up getting my wand, and the interesting thing is you get it at Hogsmeade, it's at Ollivander's, and some comments I made in the video when I didn't realize it wasn't recording, and just for you guys to know, it's some cool kind of history that is canon in Hogwarts now, is you actually go to Ollivander's in Hogsmeade, and you're like, well, Ollivander's, that's at Diagon Alley, and you are correct, it is in Diagon Alley. And the guy that started it, and the Ollivander that had it in Diagon Alley, essentially retired and left it to his son. His son's son, his grandson, is the Ollivander we meet in Harry Potter, which is Garrick Ollivander. And this is Gulbert Ollivander, and he actually did go to Hogsmeade and start a shop there. And I believe when the shop's not there anymore, so I haven't looked deeply enough in the research, but I'm pretty sure that it's just when he ended up passing away or whatnot, that shop didn't exist anymore. But so Diagon Alley and this one currently both exist as far as I know in the canon at this time that Hogwarts Legacy is happening. So you do end up going to Ollivander's to get your wand, which is kind of cool. Beyond that, I fought some trolls in there. In Hogsmeade, and that was mainly just so I could start practicing some of your combat. I died a couple times because definitely getting the controls on the PC was tricky. I know in the video that didn't actually record, I was definitely complaining about the controls. Not complaining like there's something wrong with them, complaining that I'm not good at them. So it is something I've gotten better at. In the second video, I'm still struggling some, but I feel like I've improved, and I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, especially spell combinations, that kind of thing, to actually be able to duel more properly with a mouse and keyboard. So anyway, I don't want to ramble too much further. First video was more just a reintroduction of who I am. I am Professor Vocus, and I like to play Harry Potter games, and as well as just all things Harry Potter, to be honest. And when Magic Awakened comes out, that mobile game, I will certainly be playing that and putting videos up for that. Hogwarts Legacy, my plan is to continue to put out videos for you guys. I don't know about every day, but I'm going to try to be putting out videos pretty consistently of just what my gameplay has been, whether I just let you see my whole gameplay with some minor edits just to kind of get past slow parts, all the way to doing a tips and tricks video where I just go and just show you how to get a particular thing solved if anybody's asking those questions. Really, that'll be more if anybody is commenting that they would like a video of a certain thing on how I do a certain thing. Some things, of course, I do on the PC and not on a controller, so how I do it might be different, just like the strategy of how I actually hit the buttons as opposed to a controller button. Anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Nox.